Hello, everyone. Welcome. A lot of buzz right now in the industry on A2L refrigerants and the impact that they are having. And we are going to cover all of it. ODP, GWP, SNAP, A.I.M Act, but not right now. Phase 1, the Clean Air Act, 1963. Let's get it. So Mike, why are we starting with the Clean Air Act of 1963? Simple. The Clean Air Act of 1963 is the catalyst for what we know today as environmental protection. It drove actionable legislation currently impacting our industry. So let's hop in the DeLorean, or Honda Pilot, as it were, and head back to the 20th century. By the mid-20th century, it had become visibly evident that pollution had become a serious problem in the United States, particularly in urban and industrial areas. At that time, the United States was characterized by a post-World War II economic boom in technological innovation and industrial growth in industries like aerospace, automotive, steel, pharmaceutical. GDP was growing so rapidly that the United States had emerged as the world's leading economic power. Unfortunately, this progress often came at the expense of the environment. And at that time, very little attention was paid to the pollution and ecological damage caused by these industrial activities. It wasn't until we get into the 1960s and 70s that public concern over pollution and environmental deprivation led to major regulatory changes, marking the beginning of the environmental protection era. The initiative of the Clean Air Act was led by Lyndon B. Johnson, his administration in Congress. They recognized growing public concern over pollution and the need for a national effort to address it. It was then Nixon's administration in 1970 who took strong action and made major revisions to our laws, including the formation of the Environmental Protection Agency, or E.P.A., who played a central role in enforcing the Clean Air Act. The Clean Air Act authorizes the E.P.A. to set limits on air pollutants and enforce national air quality standards to protect human health and the environment. Those national air quality standards are the NAAQS, National Ambient Air Quality Standards. The E.P.A. has been granted authority through the Clean Air Act to set, enforce, and regulate emissions from both stationary and mobile sources. This is an absolutely critical component to understand. The Clean Air Act gives authorization to the E.P.A. We will learn later in our discussion about the A.I.M Act, or the American Innovation Manufacturing Act. That granted authorization to the E.P.A. to regulate hydrofluorocarbons, or HFCs. So, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, a little foreshadowing for phase 2 of the discussion. I need to get to my daughter's hockey game, so I've got other things to do. I'm sure you have pressing matters as well. We'll end the discussion here. We will talk soon. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.